So we need to make a decision with a zero option mentality, meaning pick one thing and go all in, right? It's an interesting podcast I was listening to with Andy Frisella talking about this. And the problem with why most people aren't where they want to be at, especially if you're dreaming of a big life, right, is being undecisive. What tends to happen is, we pick one thing and then something else comes along and then we jump to that thing and then we go back to the other thing and then we find something else that might have some opportunities and we keep skipping around. Meanwhile, the time is passing us by, right? So we end up, skipping around, stopping here, starting there, and then we have time passing, catching up to us, and then we have all this time that pretty much, passes by and we waste, and that's the problem. That's why, we're not where we want to be at, is we keep shifting around, and instead of spending all that time on one thing, going all in, we spend time trying to find the thing that's really going to take us from A to Z or whatever it may be. And what I took from this podcast was really this, there's going to be quite a bit of things that could take you to different places. Anything has a potential to make you very successful. I think the key thing is what is truly calling your heart. What's the one thing that you just seem to naturally gravitate towards, even though you might have a couple of good things that you're good at? I feel that for me, there's a lot of things I have a lot of interest in, a lot of things I would like to pursue and figure out. But I do have certain things that call me, that say this, this above all might bring the most meaning for you to other people and so forth. And that's the point of all this, is we have to pick one thing and decide, because if we lose all that time again, we don't have another life to redo this, and retry this. We're missing out on opportunities, and we're missing out on the potential to be great at that thing if we're just constantly starting and stopping and going and switching and stuff like that. And so we just have to make a decision and have a zero option mentality, say, this thing has to work. I've got to make it figure out how to work. I understand it's not going to be easy. I understand there's going to be ups and downs, but I understand if I can stick to this and see it all the way out and see it through, something will happen, And so just think about that today.